Hi everyone, happy Monday. Hope you are all well and that you had a great weekend. We had big storms, but I actually just got back from the West Coast, so it's good to be back in Hermanus. But we have had like all kinds of things go away off where it should be, the farm. So yeah, let me know how you guys are all doing. How was your weekend? How are your bodies feeling? Yeah, have you had a chance to reflect on the month of June? I know a lot of us set a lot of high goals for ourselves, exciting goals for ourselves. So yeah, let me know how you guys are feeling and how those June goals went for you. What are you looking forward to for the month of July? And yeah, just checking in with how you guys are all feeling. This week, we are going to be practicing a little more into our hips, which is so great. It can also be intense. I know I need it. Um, so yeah, there'll obviously be the 5 classes, the 2 beginners on a Tuesday and a Thursday. That's 5:30, and that's really for anyone. It doesn't matter if you've never practiced yoga before. It'll be a great place, to start. Even though you might get into the practice and go, shoot, I've never done any of this, or my body doesn't want to do some of this. That's fine. It's just new connections that you're building in your body. But the beginners classes on a Tuesday and a Thursday is really the place to start. Hi Belinda, hi Roz, happy Monday. And then I'd say, like, someone asked me the other day, how long should they do beginners classes before attempting the intermediate sessions? I definitely say give yourself a month or so, give yourself 4 weeks of consistent practice, get 2 beginners classes in, get potentially the Jeff top-up stretch class on a Wednesday at 12, so you can start getting used to the pose names and your own alignment and safety cues and things like that. And then you should have a really great foundation to step into those intermediate classes, which are, of course, on a Monday and a Friday at 12:30. Cool. Hi, Siri. Happy Monday. Cool, everyone. Hi, good afternoon, Lisa. Welcome, everybody. I'm definitely going to wait for everyone to jump on to the session this morning. Hopefully, we got a nice group of you guys all working with us online together live. But as you know, and it's like that I've been getting quite a lot of people, is that it's so great to be able to catch up on these sessions. With these sessions, hi Jess, my sister's on the session. Hi Jessie. Are you practicing? You're practicing and not just watching and saying hi. But yeah, so you can catch up on these sessions anytime, and it's so important that if you're going to be pushing your body kind of into the high intensity direction and you're pushing it quite hard, that you make sure that you're also then doing some rest, recovery, mobility work for the body, so that you end up not putting too much strain on it. Because if you're just pushing, that the body tends to snap potentially, and could be set back by injury. So don't risk it. Don't risk going into injury or into pain. Come to sessions or these sessions on time. Just allow your body to just loosen up and release any tension. Our blood flowing, our lymphatic system's flowing. Look at our neural system. We look at our digestive system. So really a lot of benefits of these flow classes, guys. Hi, Andrew. Seeing you say hi in a lot of sessions. I hope that you're practicing. Oh, Janie. Hi, Storm. Welcome, everybody. Hi, Les. Welcome, guys. How are you all feeling today? Let me know what's going on in your bodies. what's going on with your end of June. How are you feeling? I hope you guys had a good weekend. I was actually challenged to start my week with these 6 a.m. this morning, but then luckily I was traveling, so I didn't have to get up at 6 to do high intensity. But I will have to take on that challenge at some point, and potentially this week, to get up a little bit earlier and do 3 sessions. So, have been up since early. Have you done your high intensity already? Who's done some one-on-ones this morning already? I'd love to hear more about that. I've got a few more minutes before we start. I'm quite excited because I think I'm getting my Jeff Swag delivery today, which super excites me. So a lot of you might have seen that on the page over the weekend. There was the Jeff Swag sign up special. So all like there's gonna be things like that all popping up. So part of being on the side for free, obviously joining up and having these 3 classes is really good because you guys, you get to first see what it's like, if you connect, if it's working for you, and of course we put the membership in your courts, which is around a month. But when you sign up as that's really where you're going to start getting benefits, even more than just being free on the platform. That's where you get to be on the WhatsApp groups. I get first access to information on everything. As you can see, the little information that's on the screen now. We offer so many things. So it's the high intensity, it's the Jeff Flow, Cook Wednesday with Chef Adrian. With that, you'll be put on specific that group to get information sent to you before those sessions, as of what to buy and those kinds of things up. The guided runs are part of the membership. I don't know if you guys have seen, but I've just seen like crazy results of people on these guided runs who perhaps haven't run in a while or really done before and are just like, I don't know, running for days now. And then of course, once if you've really solidified your membership monthly, then if you have a look around, and a lot of us are inspired by the one-on-one sessions and how having someone who keeps you accountable, not only keeps you accountable, your full-on support through this is changing people's lives. So then of course to the one-on-one coaching, all the information about that is on our website. So at any time you can pop a DM, you can comment on any of the videos, and someone will definitely get back to you regarding that. Of course, the Jeff Ed, the extra sessions that we're adding in, that was like the session with physio, who gave us an incredibly insightful session about knee strength. So things like that, keep on dropping extra bits of information and skills and learnings, beneficial to all of you taking your health to the next level and really investing in yourself. So if you have any questions about it, then hit us up, send us a message, comment. There's always a Jeff on a post somewhere, something replying to something. So let us know. Cool, guys. Let's give it another minute or so. Let's see who else is popping on. Oh, here's Mark. Welcome. I saw your post last week as well. So inspirational. I've also been getting into the practice. So I hope your body's starting to adapt a little more to the. It takes time. Cool. Like Michael said, this later. Fabulous. You guys to that. Can't make the live session in your own time. Hi Zita. Hi Neil. Oh, this is Jono. Afternoon team. Movement, mobility, recovery. Exactly. And that's what those sessions are about, guys. So actually just started. As usual, cushion just as a prop, just padding or to on, especially week we're going to be working into hip squat. So in my side, and then I have a strap. So I'll have a yoga strap, but if you have a yoga strap, then a can work as well. All right. Me maybe overdid it this morning. It just went into ooh. Careful, guys. If you have any kind of in your body, then take it easy. Don't overstretch. Look after yourselves, and let's get going. Okay, so I'm actually going to start it this morning. Place your strap to the side, and then come to sit in an easy cross. So get my ankles and my are underneath my knees. Your shoulders. Rest your hand down and nice. Take a deep breath. And exhale out. A deep breath in through. Mouth. Your bones. Just stay a breath. In here, it's kind of right. So just listen. Please. The nostril. Anyone hearing it? Just take your so Sarah. Sorry, a few moments to sort out techie stuff. Yeah. Okay, guys, can you hear me better? Is that better? It sounds better. Okay. Hi, everyone. Sorry about that. All right. As we were, excuse the technical difficulties, guys. This is The life we live in now, I wish I could be there in person with you guys. Thank you for your patience. All right. So as you were seated, like you take a nice full breath in, reach both arms up, almost like you're trying to pull yourself up off your sit bones. And then a really gentle twist to your right. So twist to your right, right hand behind you, left hand across. And then you can look all the way over your right shoulder and just take a little bit of a twist through the upper back. And as you sit here, I want you to soften your hips and start to draw your lower belly inwards. Nice. Unravel, gaze forward. Arms either side, and again a full breath in, reach up. And then twist to your left. Left hand behind you, right arm across, and again, just a little bit of a twist through the upper back. A drawing in of the lower belly ever so slightly, and a softening of the hips. And then once more, gaze forward. Release both arms either side of you. Take a full breath in as you reach your arms up. And then reach your arms forward. Bring your hands to the floor and lower yourself down as far as you can. Remember, you kind of cross the ankles now. I like to make my feet slightly active so that there's less pressure. So then you can't really just squish them. And they're kind of holding themselves. I'm just lengthening from my tailbone. Nice. Use your hands to walk yourself up. Bring your hands behind you for a reverse tabletop. So my fingers are facing forward. Feet become parallel to one another. And then I'm going to press into my feet, raise my hips, and get a little bit of a stretch through my shoulders. Just one nice full breath here. Nice. And then you'll sit down. Change the cross of your legs from your first round. And then again, reach both arms up. Take a full breath in. Let's take a side stretch. Right fingertips or hand to the floor. Top arm reaches up and over. And I'm softening this bottom shoulder away from my ear. And I could even relax that right ear down. Take 2 more breaths. These poses don't have to be completely static. Beautiful. Come all the way up. And then simply take that to the other side. If you were on your fingertips, move into your fingertips. If you were flat palm, then I really like to press into that left hand so that I can ground my right sit bone and I can pull my right arm away. I can soften my left shoulder and left ear. And I kind of just hold myself in the shape and feel where I can soften and where I can create some more space. Alright, so one more breath here. Beautiful, and then come all the way up. Reach both arms up and take a forward fold over your feet again, tucking your chin. So just before we move out of this shape, kind of in a gesture of bowing down to yourself and turning inwards before we really move into our practice. And today and tomorrow is kind of our last 2 days of June, so you can pull your June intention into your awareness and just use it as your focus throughout your practice today. And use your hands to walk yourself back up. Nice. And a little loop of the shoulders. Let's meet on all fours. So I'll just switch the direction I'm facing. You can place your cushion to the side. So you'll just rock over your knees. Let's take a wide knee child's pose. So bringing big toes to touch. Take your knees nice and wide. Then you'll sit your buttocks back to your heels. If you like, cushion could be on top of the heels. And then you can reach your arms all the way forward and lengthen the spine. Draw the lower belly slightly in, but see if you can soften a little into your hips. So those big femur bones in those hip joints. Those big glute muscles running across the back. Getting a bit of a stretch in the thighs. Feeling where the buttocks touch the heels could almost be where your hamstrings connect up at the top. And take 3 more breaths here. So nice. And then press into your hands. Come back onto all fours. Bring your knees under your hips. And just take like a little bent downward dog. Bent knee downward dog. Just to lift up. Really bend through the knees. Send your sit bones high. And then you'll actually look forward. And if you're quite far from the top of your mat, you'll kind of walk hands and feet all together to the top of your mat until you bring your feet together to the top of your mat, big toes touching. You're in a little halfway lift. Again, feel free to keep the knees a little bent if you need. Otherwise, you could start to work them a little straighter. And then we'll take a forward fold, bend your knees, and roll your spine all the way up to stand and loop your shoulders. Nice. Let's bring hands together at the heart space. And we're going to move through a round or two of what we call Surya B. Okay, so I'll call some breath cues, but please feel free to breathe freely. Take an extra inhale or exhale at any time that you need. And we'll release the hands either side. We'll move into chair pose. Bend your knees, take your fingertips down, sweep them down and draw them up in front of you so you're sitting in a chair pose. Draw your lower belly in. Slight little squeeze of the buttocks. Weight into your heels. Nice. And then fold yourself forward and tuck your chin. Come into a halfway lift. This round, let's step back into our high plank. And we'll actually take our knees down in this first round. Hug out. Tops of the feet. Okay, we're back. Tops of the feet onto the floor. Slide your hands slightly forward. And then move into a cobra pose. So draw the crown of your head up. Relax your shoulders down. Lengthen the spine. And then lower yourself back down. Come onto your knees. Tuck your toes under and realign for downward dog. So that means now my feet will be hip distance. And I'm just going to pedal out the legs now. Get a bit of a stretch through my calf muscles. A little bit of movement through my hips. Nice. Come to stillness. Then bring your feet a little closer together. Raise your right leg up and back. Squeeze your right heel to your buttocks. Look forward and step your right foot through. Coming into warrior one, we'll step our back foot a little closer. Ground your left heel. Bring both arms up. Square off the chest. And encourage this left hip to roll forward while your back heel grounds firmly and you lunge into your front leg. Take the arms to bend, the elbows back, lift, take a little bit of a back bend here and bring the hands down. Raise your back heel, step into a downward dog. Again, feet a little closer. Float the left leg up and back. Left heel to buttock, take it to the other side, warrior one. So left foot steps through. That left foot is parallel to the long edge of the mat. My back foot steps a little closer so my feet are on parallel tracks. And I'm bending into my left leg. And I'm straightening to my right leg. And I'm wrapping my right hip forward. My right rib cage forward. I'm taking a nice deep lunge in that right knee. Let's release that by bending the elbows, lifting the heart, and then bring your hands down to the floor. Step back, downward dog. All right, looking forward. You'll step yourself to the top of your mat, big toes to touch, halfway lift. And forward fold. From the ground up, chair pose, bend your knees, sweep your arms up, sit a little deeper. Get the heat moving through the body. Nice, come all the way up to stand. And bring your hands to your heart. So a variation here. We'll move through one more round like that. Chair pose, Utkatasana, sweep the fingertips down, bend into the knees, and reach the arms up. Watch that you're not crashing your knees in on one another. Nice. And then take a forward fold, tuck the chin. Halfway lift. And then here you're either going to step back into your high plank, or with bent elbows, take a little hop back, chaturanga, and then we'll all come into an upward dog, and then a downward facing dog. Maybe grounding the heels a little more now. Stretch through the spine. Nice, so your feet should be a little closer together. Same thing, float your right leg up. Heel to buttock, look forward, step through. Find warrior one. Both arms reach up. Bend the elbows, lift the heart, and bring the hands back down. So option now to step into your down dog again, or to move through a vinyasa if you'd like to. Add a little more work in for yourself. Feet nice and close again. Set up your hands for a moment and then float left leg up and back. Left heel to buttock, left knee to chest, look forward, step through. Bring your back foot a little closer. Right toes are turned slightly out. Front foot parallel to the long edge of your mat. Bend your elbows, lift your heart, and then bring your hands down. Again, either stepping straight back into your down dog or high plank takes you through a chaturanga to your upward dog and to your downward dog. Nice. Look forward. If you can remember which foot you stepped forward with in your first round, step forward with the second side. Top of the mat, halfway lift. And forward fold. From the ground up, chair pose, Utkatasana, bend your knees. Sweep your arms up, sit nice and deep. Beautiful. And then come all the way up. And bring your hands back in front of your heart space. Really nice. Okay, so we're just going to keep going and get into our hips. So releasing the hands down, reach your arms up, inhale. And then fold yourself all the way forward, exhale. Take a halfway lift and step your left foot back into a nice low lunge, but keeping your left knee off the floor. Level pelvis. Front knee is stacked above its ankle, so I'm not kind of extending that knee past, pulling it back and my lower belly is drawing in. Strong balance in the legs, high lunge, reaches the arms up. So we've done forward facing with our hips. Let's open our hips now. Warrior two. So now I really have to curl my right sit bone down to squeeze my left leg back, taking this nice deep lunge. Beautiful. Nice. And then straighten out that front leg for a moment. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulder caps back and take the hands a little away from the back so my arms are straight out behind me. And then I'm going to lunge back into this front leg. See how my chin is pretty much facing towards you guys? From here, you're going to bow forward. So notice how the buttocks kind of want to stick out. Keep squeezing onto your midline and then bow to the center line of your mat. More breaths. Keep the legs as are. Bring the torso into a halfway lift and release your hands down. Skandasana to our left. So I'm going to turn my left toes out. Lift my right toes up. I'm going to make my stance a little shorter. And I'm going to kind of come down onto this left ankle. So here you can use your hands as much as you like to support yourself. Because you're going to be getting into all parts of the hips and the knees and the ankles now. So support yourself as much as you need. And we're just going to go side to side. So we're going to lift up, hands or no hands. You'll move yourself into the other side. You could really open up this left groin here. So be quite creative with your movement in a very safe way. But of course, I can't even see your body and you know your body the best. So move as feels good and where you can go, oh, okay, I haven't been in that area of my body in a while. Whew. And then just stay there and breathe 2 or 3 breaths there. Let's move all the way across to our left leg now, finding our bodies in a nice lunge, same as the other side. Remember, my abdominals are active here, they're drawing upwards, and then I find my high lunge to the opposite side. Strong active right glute, level hips at first, and then we'll open our hips. Warrior 2, heel to heel alignment. Front foot level to the back edge of my mat. Front foot or back foot level to the short edge of my mat. Front foot in line with the long edge of my mat. Front thigh nice and parallel. Beautiful. Let's release that. Bringing my hands behind my back again. Second interlace. Roll your shoulder caps back. Open the chest. Move back into that lunge. And then kind of keeping my chest facing forward and my buttocks squeezing forward, I'll fold myself down. Beautiful. Bring the chest up halfway, release the hands down to the floor. Skandasana, so start to turn your right toes out, raise your left toes up, and then really allow the buttocks to lower. Maybe this time you take your right hand out to the side, start to open the left side of your chest, really open that left arm, inner left groin. You can feel a nice squeezing in and around the right hip. Bring yourself back to your left side now. So set yourself up. Left hand out to the side. So for me, my left ankle is a lot less flexible than my right. So here, my left heel is actually slightly lifted. And that's fine because I'm still getting all the benefits and I'm still moving into the shape I want to. I'm just adapting for my own body. Take one more breath here. Nice. And let's walk ourselves all the way back to your right foot. Look forward, step forward, halfway lift. And forward fold. Bit spinal roll to come up. So bend the knees. Slowly roll the spine all the way up. And you'll come to stand, looping shoulders up, back, and down. Beautiful. I'm just going to turn to face you to show you. We'll move into our chair pose again. So bend the knees, sweep the fingertips, draw the arms up. And then bring the hands to your heart. We'll move into a figure 4, placing the weight into the right foot, drawing left knee to chest, externally rotating, bringing outer left ankle onto right thigh. So see how the right buttocks tends to want to pop out. I'm squeezing it in, so I'm squeezing myself in my midline, finding my balance. And then once you found your balance, you're going to sit yourself down as deep as you can, maybe bringing your elbows onto the knee and the foot, and really encouraging that left knee open. 2 more breaths. Nice. Come all the way up, knee to chest, lower it down. Release the arms, chair pose, sweep fingertips down, come up. And then sit down again, hands to heart. Weight onto left leg, right knee to chest. Open up that knee, open up that hip. Contact of right ankle to left thigh, and sit yourself down. So you guys will see in your own bodies, 2 sides can be completely different, and that's fine. You're just monitoring that throughout your own practice. Let's come up. Release your right foot down. Take a last little chair pose here. Utkatasana, sit down, sweep the arms up. And then come all the way up to stand. Samastitihi. Standing at the top of your mat. Again, we'll just take a nice high mountain, stretching out the spine. And then exhale. Let's fold forward. Tuck your chin. And take another round of breath. And then take a halfway lift. So now we're going to take our right leg and step it all the way back into our lunge. Bring your hands down. We're going to find a 3-legged dog, sweeping left leg up and back. Okay, open our left hip onto right. Squeeze your left heel to your buttock. Draw your left hip over your right. And then look under your left armpit. Sink your chest down. Activate your left foot. Activate your left hamstring and glute. And pull that left side body open. Nice. Bring your hip line level. Look forward. Finding pigeon pose. Bring your left knee behind your left wrist. Encouraging your left shin to move forward so that that left shin works to be parallel to the frontage of your mat, but don't push it so that you don't want to be feeling any pain in your knee joints. Then you're going to send your back foot slightly back. You can untuck your toes, top of the foot on the mat. I'm not falling over to my right. I'm not kind of falling over to my left. I'm trying to keep my hip line nice and level. And if you've got a lot of space between the floor and that left buttock, you're going to place a cushion underneath it. You're going to lift up through your chest. And then you're going to walk your arms forward and come to lie over your left shin and really feel for an opening in that left hip. Stay 3 more full breaths. Nice. Use your hands to bring you up after your third exhale. Remove your cushion if you've got one there and roll to sit on your left buttocks so that you can sweep your right leg across. So stay as you are. I'm just going to change so I show you what it looks like from the front. So remember, we started in an easy cross-legged seat where our ankles were crossing. Now we're going to work more into the outer hip, so we're going to cross at our shins. Meaning I'm trying to walk my feet away from one another so that I get more into my outer hips. For those practitioners who have more open hips than I definitely do, but who want to stack the shins, is you'll stack your top shin onto your bottom shin. Again, you might see that you got quite a bit of space between the knee and that other foot. You could always place a cushion in underneath there, okay? Or your shins might be completely stacked on one another. If not, remember, we're just taking our feet to cross away from one another. Reach both arms up. And then take your forward fold to open into the outer hips. I would flex the feet quite a lot here. Again, it doesn't have to be completely static. You keep kind of micro moving in the shape to feel where there's more opening available. Do a full body tension scan to notice where you're holding tension in your pose. Let's use our hands to come up. So I'll just move back into the shape that you are on your mat. So now your option is to roll over your knees and step into a down dog or a high plank. Or if you like, you'll move through straight to chaturanga. Let's come into an upward dog. And let's all come into a downward dog. Nice. Second side, so we're raising right leg up. Right heel to buttock, and then you're opening that hip, right? So you're looking under your right armpit. You're drawing that right knee up to the ceiling. Really stretching the front side body, right body. And then we'll level hip line. Prepare for pigeon on the other side. So right knee behind right wrist. Left leg goes back. You got quite a flex in this front ankle. You're not buckling in your left foot, your back foot. Your hip line is as level as you can get it. And again, maybe here it's cushion underneath the buttocks. Take a moment. It's almost like I like to lift my spine first and then take my body forward from the lower part of my back. And then my arms. And then my head. And you're feeling into that right hip now. Hopefully it's talking to you. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Draw the lower belly slightly in, but soften around the hips. And then again, you'll bring yourself up. Remove your cushion, come to sit onto your right buttocks. So you can sweep your left leg forward. I'll just switch direction again. So you might have your shins crossed, so walking your feet away from one another. Or you're playing with finding your top foot on top of your right knee. Kind of adjust your sit bones so that your shins are stacked on one another. This is so nice when you get into it, but it can be very intense, okay? So if you haven't been doing a lot of hip work, then maybe you just stay at the shins crossed Take a little lengthening of the spine. And then you'll move forward and over. Tuck your chin. Like 2 more rounds of breath. And then use your hands to come up. You should be facing front of your mat, so you're going to rock over your knees. Again, step down dog, high plank, or straight into chaturanga, to your upward dog, and your downward dog. Full stretch. Nice. Look forward, stepping, or even a hop if you like, to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift. And a forward fold. Bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, slowly roll your spine all the way up to stand. Lift shoulders up, back and down. Really nice, everyone. So the requests for this week were quite a few different ones. So a little bit of hips, or a lot of hips today, and then just this little bit of balancing. So we'll move back to our figure 4 balance, and we're going to see if we can really get nice and deep into it. Okay, so let's move on to our left side first. So let's actually move chair pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Bring your weight into your left leg, keep it bent. And then bring your outer right ankle onto your left thigh. See how flexed my outer or my right ankle is. Squeezing my left heel, buttock quite slightly in. And then I'm going to sit myself down and go as low as I can. So this side is challenging for me because my right hip is tighter than my left hip and my left leg is weaker than my right leg. So it's a good place always to start with almost your more challenging side first. From here, draw your shoulders down away from your ears and draw your lower belly in and back. Nice, let's release, come up, knee to chest and lower. Second side, chair pose. Hands to heart. Weight into your right leg. And then find that figure 4. See, so this side for me, so much easier because my right leg is really strong and stable. My left hip is more open, so here I can go quite deep. And then I'm just going to hold here. I'm going to draw my shoulders down. I'm going to breathe nice and deeply. I'm drawing my lower belly in and slightly relaxing around my hips. Beautiful, everyone. Come all the way up and lower, left foot down. Last chair pose. Release the hands, so deep. Arms up. Sit deeper. And then find Uttanasana, forward fold, hands wrapped around the heels, and just fold all the way down. Bend your knees, tuck your tailbone, release your hands. Heavy hands, heavy head, from bottom to top. Roll the spine all the way up to stand. And loop the shoulders. So nice, everyone. Alright, so take your feet a little wider than hip distance. We'll move through just a few little limb swings. Just kind of relax the body, and it's really nice now to just release and relax around the hips, the belly, the arms, everything pretty much. So take your arms out to the side. Make sure there's nothing that you can knock around you. And then you're slowly going to start swinging your arms from side to side. So soft little bend in the knees. And we're going to focus on our exhales, okay? So it's a nice breath in. And then exhale. And as you go here, I want you to get your heart rate all the way down. I want you to get your exhales nice and long. And then we switch from burning energy and a kind of a heart rate, pushing our circulation through our body. We switch from that feeling to our lymph just draining through the body. So now our lymph system, where all the toxins and everything kind of hops into the lymph system to be taken to where it needs to go to be released out of the body, we're moving that part now. Let's go a few more breaths here. Nice. And then you'll start to slow down even more until you're completely still. Find your equal standing pose, loop of the shoulders, palms facing forward, close your eyes. And just stand in your own vibration for a moment. And really tapping into the aliveness of each and every cell in your body. Beautiful. Slowly open your eyes. And then you'll bring yourself to lie down on your back. Make sure that you have your towel or your strap nearby. Do a little time check. Okay, perfect. Come to lie all the way down. Have your knees to your chest. And then you're going to strap both legs straight up. Nice. All right. Then we're going to keep our right foot in the strap. Release left leg down. And for a moment, maybe you just stay here. And that kind of feels enough to you in your back line. For those of you who want a little more, you could extend left leg forward. Okay, and you can draw your foot a little closer towards you. We're going to put our strap in our right hand and open your left arm out to the side. So I'll definitely need to shift a little to the left. Then I'm going to externally rotate my right toes out to the side. I'm going to use this left hand to keep me pretty grounded on this side. This left hip might lift, but I'm going to externally rotate my right leg and I'm going to open inner groin by opening that right foot out to the side. Okay, so nice. Oh, one of my favorite stretches. You're just going to open here. And we'll take 3 or so full breaths. You see my left leg is pretty active. Trying to keep my left buttock as grounded as possible. My left hand open to the side, and I'm getting this beautiful opening in my inner right groin. Enjoy the feeling, indulge in the shape. Nice. And then let's draw right leg back up. Switch the strap into your left hand. Open your right arm out to the side. And then without lifting your right buttocks, take your right leg to the left. I'm not twisting yet. I'm just crossing my midline with my right leg. Such a nice opening outer right calf muscle. Oof. ITB. Outer right hip. And then we'll start to take it into that full kind of supine feeling. See how I relax my right hip down away from my right armpit. I could look over to the right and take 3 full breaths. Awesome. Let's come all the way back up. And then we'll simply switch. So left leg in your strap. Trying to keep both my hips quite level on the ground. At first, my right knee's bent so I can really just get my alignment. And then I'll extend my right leg. Carriage my left leg a little closer towards me. We'll prepare for that opening. So strap into left hand, external rotation of left toes, right arm out to the side. I'm trying to press my right calf muscle down to the floor, and then I'm opening this left leg, open, 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 to the side. And then we'll hold here for a full breath, a few breaths. So I'm in my triangle pose, but I'm on my back. So quite a nice way to also get that feeling of, if you were to be standing, how you can feel that this right buttocks really wants to push against the floor, but now I've got a floor there to hold it so it can't go anywhere. Beautiful. Let's take a few more breaths here. Again, do that little full body tension scan. Notice the difference between firmness and tension. You don't want tension. All right, and then if you feel satisfied on this side, you'll draw that leg all the way up. Switch the strap into your right hand. Take your left arm out to the side, and then try, without letting this left hip pike up too much, keep the buttock on the floor. Oof, I find this quite intense. I'm just going to take my left leg over to the right without lifting, so I'm not rocking over yet. I'm simply guiding my left leg across my midline. Get a little drawing in of the lower belly, but relax your hips. Nice. And then take it all the way over into your twist. Again, guiding this left hip to move more space in between that area from the left hip to the left armpit. And you can soften here. So nice. Let's come all the way up. Simply bend that left leg. Place your strap to the side. Draw your right knee. And I'll roll back onto my mat. Draw both knees into chest. Take a little squeeze. Rock side to side. Take a full body stretch, reaching your arms back and your feet forward. And then again, a hug of the knees into chest. Nice little squeeze, drawing nose to knees. And then you'll rock yourself all the way forward up into the seat. So as we started practice today, see if you can remember which legs you started with. Come into the second crossing. Rest your hands on your knees. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. A deep breath out. One hand and second hand across the heart space. And thank you all for sharing your practice here today. I wish you a beautiful week further and 2 beautiful kind of closing days of the month of June. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for your patience with all our technical difficulties on this Monday. I feel like that's such a Monday thing to happen. But as I said, I would love to be there with all of you in person. But this is where we're at. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I hope you enjoyed that. The rest of this week's theme is going to be hips. I hope your hips are talking to you today, in and around the glutes and the inner groins and the lower belly. So much going on in this area. So especially for those who perhaps drive a lot, or if you're sitting at a desk, if you end up sitting cross-legged a lot of the time, or you're just very static, people who cycle, also like doing a lot of very symmetrical kind of forward-facing movements. These classes this week are really going to help you to open up into the hips. So I hope to see you all at the classes. Such a pleasure, Roz. Namaste, lovely to have you in the session as always. Pleasure, Lisa. Glad you enjoyed it. I also thought it was yummy. Such a pleasure, Michelle. I really hope that you enjoyed it. And yeah, as you guys know, every day of the week, if you enjoyed this practice, rewatch this video 5 times this week. Share it on to friends, share it on to your other yogi friends who might not know about Jeff yet, or people in your circle who you're not sure have joined the Jeff flows yet. I'd love to have everyone joining in on these sessions. Yeah, so we went a little over time. Again, thank you for your patience. And from tomorrow, hopefully it'll be back to normal. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Wishing you a beautiful Monday further. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.